Hello everyone, I am Dr. Tasneem Bano Rehman, Associate Professor in SAID School of Advanced Computing. So today we'll be talking about a very interesting web scraping tool. A web scraping tool is a technology solution to extract data from websites in a quick, efficient, and automated manner, offering data in a more structured and easier to use format, either for business to business or for business to consumer process. So, in today's presentation, the content that we'll be covering is we'll get to know what is web scraping, the users, the libraries, techniques involved, and the tools. So, let's get started. Web scraping is a technique to fetch data from websites. While surfing on the web, many websites don't allow the user to save data for personal use. One way is to manually copy-paste the data, which is, of course, tedious and time-consuming. Web scraping is the automation of the data extraction process from websites. This event is done with the help of web scraping softwares known as web scrapers. They automatically load and extract data from the websites based on user requirements. These can be custom built to work for one site or even can be configured to work with many websites. So there are many different flavors of web scraping. It varies from harvesting very diverse information from multiple sites to very dedicated scrapers focused on particular item on a single site. It can be a fully automatic scrapers operating silently to program that require user interaction. A few names which are associated with web scraping are the crawlers, harvesting, spiders, bots, internet robots. So they are all web scrapings. Now, the two things that you need to know is web scraping is all about parsing and cleaning of data. And the most important thing is you don't need to be a programmer, but a little scripting experience will be very helpful. So this web scraping tool, any student can learn, any person can learn who is from non-technical background. Now we'll talk about few uses of web scraping. Web scraping has many uses, both at a professional and personal levels, having different needs at different levels. Some popular uses of web scraping are listed here. Brand monitoring and competition analysis. Web scraping is used to get customer feedback regarding a particular service or product so as to understand how a customer feels regarding that particular thing. It is also used to extract competitor data in a structural and a usable format. Machine learning. It is a process of artificial intelligence in which the machine is allowed to learn and improve with its experience rather than being explicitly programmed. For that, a large amount of data is required from millions of sites, which is extracted through web scraping softwares. Financial data analysis. Web scraping is used to keep a record of the stock market in a usable format and hence employ the same for insights. Social media analysis. It is used to extract data from social media sites to gauge customer trends and how they react to the campaign. Then search engine optimization is the optimization of the visibility and ranking of a website among different search engines like Google, Yahoo, Bing. Web scraping is widely used by SEO tools like SEMrush, Majestic, etc. to tell business how they rank for search keywords that matter to them. Extract product information. You can extract specific product information from, let's say, Amazon. You can extract job postings and internship, let's say freshersworld.com. Extract offers and discounts from deal of the day websites. Extract data to make a search engine, gathering weather data. So now there are 5 most popular libraries which are used for web scrapings under Python. Those are Selenium, Beautiful Soup, Request, LXML, Scrapy. Now the question arises, when and which one to use? So the answer is here. If you want to make a script which is simple and basic, and if you are not afraid of learning something new, then you can use requests. If you want to extract a lot of data and faster, then use LXML. If you want to extract information from broken markup and few lines of codes, then use Beautiful Soup. If you want to scrape a lot of pages and want to use a mature scraping framework, then use Scrapy. So let's talk about the techniques. There are 2 ways of extracting data from websites: the manual extraction technique and the automated extraction technique. As the name says, manual. So yes, manually copy pasting the site content comes under this manual extraction technique. Though it's a tedious and time consuming and of course a repetitive one, but it is an effective way to scrape data from the sites having good anti-scraping measures like bot detection. The automated extraction technique. Web scraping software is used to automatically extract data from sites based on user requirement. So they are HTML parsing, DOM parsing, and web scraping software. HTML parsing. Parsing means to make something understandable, to be analyzing it part by part. It means to convert the information in one form to another form, which is easy to work on with. HTML parsing means taking in the code and extracting relevant information from it based on the user requirement. Mainly, it's executed using JavaScript, and the target, as the name suggests, are the HTML pages. Next is the document object model. It is the official recommendation of the World Wide Web Consortium. It defines an interface that enables a user to modify and update the style, structure, and content of the XML document. Web scraping softwares. Nowadays, many web scraping software tools are available, and they are even customized. They are being built up as per the user's needs so that they can extract required desiring information from millions of websites. Web scraping tools are specifically developed for extracting data from the internet, also known as web harvesting tools or data extraction tools. They are useful for anyone trying to collect specific data from websites, as they provide the user with structured data extracting from a number of websites. So some of the most popular web scraping tools are import.io, webhost.io, dexy.io, scraping hub, parshub. So after this presentation, you all must now be aware what is web scraping, its uses, tools, and techniques. So I hope this session was a fruitful session for all of you. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next session.